Hello everybody, welcome to Exploring with Cindy and Dan. Today we are in the beautiful island of Aruba with the Emerald Princess, so join us in this adventure. Today is day 5 of our 12-day Panama Canal cruise with the Emerald Princess, and this is our first port of call, Aruba. We supposed to arrive in Ocho Rios, Jamaica 2 days ago, but it was too windy and our ship wasn't able to dock safely, so the captain decided not to dock in Jamaica. It was sad, but the safety of the passengers and the crew is first, so we are very happy he made the right call. We arrived in Aruba before 10 a.m. and the all aboard was at 9:30 p.m. We were allowed to exit the ship just a little bit after 10 a.m. Once they announced that the gangways are open, you can head out to that area to disembark, and don't forget to bring your ocean medallion with you. That is the only document that you need to exit and enter the ship. They also recommend to bring with you a government-issued photo ID, like a driver's license or an identification ID or a passport, and always take care of your personal belongings when going ashore. If you are going to the beach, you can take the beach towel from the ship, but remember to bring it back on board. Local authority rules says that no food, no flowers, no seeds or beverages products, except for water, are to be taken off the ship in port to avoid a fine. And one last recommendation to remember is that the medallion pay system, which is your ocean medallion from Princess Cruises, can be used at many merchants, including souvenir and jewelry stores in ports of calls in Aruba. And you will receive a 7% back on shoreside purchases as onboard ship credit. Just look for the medallion paid logo at the entrance of the store. If you are not doing an excursion and you're doing a walking tour on your own, just follow the signs and they will take you to the city center or downtown area. If you need to use your phone and do not have any international phone plan, you can head to the cruise terminal on the south side of the port, and inside the building you will find free Wi-Fi with comfortable seats, public bathrooms, and if you need a map, they will have one for you as well. If you have booked a Princess organized shore excursion, refer to the meeting times and locations printed on your ticket, and head to the meeting location with your party on time so you won't miss your excursion. If you do not want to get off the ship in any of the ports of call, you really don't have to do so. You can enjoy the Emerald Princess with less people. A lot of places in the ship are open except for the casino and the shops of Princess, because by the gambling and regulation laws, they have to remain closed until we set sail and reach international waters. But the Emerald Princess had many things planned for you if you stay in the ship. On our Aruba Day, for example, they offer games and trivia challenges at the Explorer's Lounge and the Wheelhouse Bar, and competitions with other passengers like the Big Bag Toss Challenge at the Piazza, complimentary massage taster, a 5-minute makeover class, and many more games and entertainment during the day. So you won't get bored inside a Princess ship. The Emerald Princess docked a few blocks away from the downtown area. It was an easy walk to the main areas in downtown. We are now in Oranjestad, the capital, main port, and most populated city in Aruba. Dutch influence still remains on this beautiful Caribbean island. In our naturalist presentation about Aruba, she mentioned that Aruba is a contrast. The island's arid interior is full with cactus and divi-divi trees, which are large shrubs or bushes with thorny leaves, while secluded coves and sandy beaches make up its coast. Aruba also has a very colorful heritage, and it is reflected in its dialect that is called Papiamento. It is a tongue that combines elements of Spanish, French, Portuguese, Dutch, African, and also English. Native tribes from Venezuela came to Aruba as early as 1000 AD, but Europeans did not discover the island until 1499. With the exploration of Americo Vespuccio and Alonso de Ojeda, a Spanish explorer who claimed it for Spain, but in 1954, Aruba became part of the Netherlands Antilles, an autonomous federation within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. After years of colonial rule, Aruba became its own country back in 1986. Here in Oranjestad, you can enjoy the sights of Aruba's colorful markets and impressive Dutch colonial buildings, and this town is known for its shopping. One of Aruba's transportation options to cruise ship passengers is the downtown streetcar or trolley. There are multiple trolleys, some of them are a two-level trolley, just like the one we are in right now. These trolleys offer free transportation to and from the main street downtown area in a loop with the cruise ship terminal. It is very convenient for cruise passengers to explore the city. I strongly suggest to use this free transportation. It is fun and you get to see downtown, and you can board these trolleys just outside the cruise port on the right-hand side of the marketplace area. This trolley allows us to experience the downtown area with a much better view, especially if you sit upstairs. The trolley usually operates between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. and it doesn't run on Sundays, but their hours changes depending on the day. For us, for example, we were able to do a full loop of the downtown area until 2:30 p.m., but after that they will cut it short and you wouldn't be able to do a full loop, but really everything is within walking distance of the cruise port. The trolley has 9 stops within its route, like Rancho, the Archaeological Museum, the Protestant Church, Plaza Museo, Plaza Chipi-Chipi, Plaza Comercio, and on the way back you will find the Renaissance Mall and the Royal Plaza. This is one of the stops of the trolley, at the National Archaeological Museum, Aruba. They're open from Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., and they are closed on Saturdays and Sundays. This museum was opened to the public in 1981. Their collection was obtained since the second half of the 19th century and came from professionals and amateur archaeologists. In 2007, the museum moved to its present location and opened in 2009. And in 2023, new exhibitions were added, highlighting the Ekuri family's history. The National Archaeological Museum Aruba celebrates more than 3,500 years of Aruban culture. This is a family-friendly museum situated in downtown Oranjestad. The museum tells the story of the first inhabitants of the island in an interactive and exciting manner. This museum highlights the island's rich historical period, including the impressive history of the Ekuri family. The museum's objective is to educate, motivate, and inspire visitors to learn and preserve Aruba's heritage. The permanent exhibitions are self-explanatory, but if you are a group of 10 or more, you can book a guided tour in advance with at least 5 days in advance. The museum curator recommended us to take our time to experience and engage with their unique surroundings and explore and learn the different stories. New multidisciplinary exhibits incorporated into this permanent setup that will stimulate your senses. This was a very unique and interesting museum with an audiovisual room, and the entrance is free, but donations are accepted. If you have some time, stop at the museum for a few minutes. It won't disappoint you. Aruba is located in the southern Caribbean, and it is 20 miles long, and it lies north of Venezuela and east of Colombia. Its population as of 2023 is 106,000. Due to a tropical marine climate, temperatures remain the same around 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Their currency is the Aruban florin, but the US dollars is accepted everywhere in the island along with multiple types of credit cards. Some points of interest in Aruba are, for example, the California Lighthouse. Rests on a high elevation and was named after the steamship California, which sank off the coast of Aruba. This lighthouse was built in 1910 and offers stunning views of the island and coastline. Oranjestad is Aruba's largest port, is the island's capital, and offers the best shopping experience on its main street. It is also known for its impressive Dutch colonial architecture. Another point of interest is the Antilla shipwreck. The 400-foot Antilla is one of the Caribbean's largest shipwrecks and also one of its most popular attractions. It was sunk during World War II and is home to many kinds of exotic and amazing sea life. Baby Natural Bridge is a stunning rock and coral formation, but the original natural bridge fell into the sea back in 2005. But the smaller bridge remains, and it is a must-see island highlight, especially with a princess excursion. The Ayo or Casibari rock formations are dramatic formations shaped by boulders, some the size of some houses, and weighing several tons. The ostrich attraction is another point of interest in Aruba. Dozens of ostriches and emus live at this unusual farm, where you can get an up-close look at the creature's life cycle and even try hand-feeding them. And the last point of interest that Princess Cruise suggests is the Aruba's butterfly farm. It's home to hundreds of exotic butterflies who fly freely within large enclosures. You can witness all stages of their life cycle and with guidance handle these tiny creatures. Aruba is famous for gorgeous palm tree white sandy beaches which are home to calm clear waters, making them perfect locations for swimming, snorkeling and sunbathing. And remember to bring your beach towel from the ship and lots of sunblock. Princess Cruise offers award-winning shore excursions, and they have a partnership with Discovery, Discovery Family and Animal Planet, and also local connections. And they curated the excursions and tours with unique and enriching experiences that immerse guests in the destinations. And it also has interactive experiences in a fun and family-friendly environment for you and your children. In the wildlife excursions, you will have interactions with regional animals in a wildlife or sanctuary settings thanks to the partnership with Animal Planet. The partnership with local connections give you a unique experience with the people of the destination, in this case, the people from Aruba. Princess Cruise Line has tours or excursions for everyone. No matter if you are a food lover, nature lover, adventure seeker, history enthusiast, or a first time on a cruise, you will love the adventure. You can book your tours or excursions through the Shore Excursion desk on Deck 7, on the Princess app or Staterooms TV, and on the ocean portals around the ship. If you want to do independent tours or excursions, you will see multiple tours operators and tour guides helping cruise passengers at the port. They have walking tours, ATV tours, snorkeling and beach tours, natural pool excursion, and we've also seen wine and tapas tasting, sun sail, scuba dive, and many other activities. Now let's talk about the Princess Excursions. They have 3 levels of activities within the excursions: easy, moderate, and strenuous levels. The easy level involves short walks on a relatively flat terrain with minimal physical exertion, and they are ideal for younger children and older adults. The moderate level includes more walking, possible over uneven terrains or with some stairs. And the last one is the strenuous level that requires a significant level of physical activity, such as hiking, biking, kayaking, scuba diving, typically on challenging terrains, and is usually for passengers in good physical condition. So check the activity levels before booking your excursion. Here is the list of the Princess Cruise excursion in Aruba. The first excursion is Best of Aruba, Island Highlights and Beach. It is an easy level. It departs at 2 p.m. and returns to the ship at around 6:30 p.m. and it costs $140 for adult and $60 for children. Discovery Aruba, Aloe Factory, and Beach Gateway, it's another excursion. It is a moderate level and it departs at 2 p.m. and returns to the ship at 6 p.m. and it costs $85 for adult and $50 for children. Aruba Sights, Sound, and Scenes, it is an easy level and it departs at 10:30 a.m. and returns to the ship at 2 p.m. and it costs $85 for adult and $50 for children. Aruba's Top 4 Highlights, it's a moderate level and it departs at 10:30 a.m. and returns to the ship at 2 p.m. and it costs $140 for adult and $95 for children. Another attraction is California Lighthouse, Ostrich Attraction and Shopping. It is an easy level and it departs at 10:30 a.m. and returns to the ship at 2 p.m. and it costs $110 for adult and $60 for children. Butterfly Farm, Rock Formation and Shopping is another excursion and it's an easy level and it departs at 10:45 a.m. and returns to the ship at 1:45 p.m. and it costs $130 for adult and $115 for children. A Day at the Palm Island and Lunch. It is an easy level excursion and it departs at 11 a.m. and returns to the ship at 5 p.m. and it costs $180 for adult and $170 for children. The Kuku Kunuku California Lighthouse and Beach is one excursion that is an easy level and it departs at 10:30 a.m. and returns to the ship at 2:30 p.m. and it costs $120 for adult and $60 for children. Island Evening Getaway Champagne, Dinner and Music, it is a moderate level and it departs at 4:30 and returns to the ship at 9:30 p.m. and it costs $150 for adult and $150 for children. There is another tour that is called Island Tour, Baby Natural Bridge, and Arashi Beach with expert guide. It is a moderate level and it departs at 2 p.m. and returns to the ship at 6:30 p.m. and it costs $155 for adult and $115 for children. 4x4 Natural Pool, Swim, and a Snorkel Safari. It is a moderate level and it departs at 2 p.m. and returns to the ship at 5:30 p.m. and it costs $150 for adult and for children. There is a cultural walking tour through Oranjestad. It is a moderate level and it departs at 10:30 a.m. and returns to the ship at 1 p.m. and it costs only $60 for adult and $40 for children. For a more adventure excursion, you will find the UTV Off-Road Adventure. It is a moderate level and it departs at 1:15 p.m. and it returns to the ship at 5:30 p.m. and it costs $545 for adult and for children. Aruba's Natural Splendors by UTV. It is a moderate level and it departs at 1:30 p.m. and returns to the ship at 4:30 p.m. and it costs $445 for adult and for children. You are probably wondering why you are seeing so many blue horses. These horses' statues commemorate the significant historical moment when horses would leap from ship decks into the Caribbean Sea, swimming in the direction of the shores, and the others would follow. The blue color of the statue symbolizes the blue water or the ocean they crossed, representing a crucial part of Aruba's heritage. There are a total of 8 blue horses in Oranjestad. You can find walking tours that specifically highlight and guide you to these blue horses sculptures. Continuing with the Princess Cruise excursions, you will find another excursion named Semi-Submarine, Shipwreck, and Island Drive. It is an easy level and it departs at 1:30 p.m. and returns to the ship at 5:30 p.m. and it costs $155 for adult and $120 for children. The Atlantis Submarine Expedition is a moderate level and it departs at 2 p.m. and returns to the ship at 4 p.m. and it costs $230 for adult and $175 for children. The Snorkeling Cruise and Antilla Shipwreck It's a moderate level, and it departs at 12 p.m. and it returns to the ship at 4 p.m. and it costs $130 for adults and $130 for children. The catamaran, snorkel, and beach getaway is a moderate level, and it departs at 10:30 a.m. and returns to the ship at 2 p.m. and it costs $170 for adults and $155 for children. And the last excursion is the helmet dive, the Palm Island Beach and Meal. This is the only strenuous activity level, and it departs at 11 a.m. and returns to the ship at 5 p.m. and it costs $385 for adults and for children. All these excursions and prices were at the time of our cruise. The name of the excursions and prices might change for your cruise. We didn't book any excursion in Aruba because this was our first time here in the island, and we wanted to do a walking tour and explore Oranjestad and the downtown area on our own. If you do not do an excursion, there's always a lot of things for you to do around town. If you like to shop and you don't want to pay retail and you want a more authentic shopping experience in Oranjestad, visit these local markets just a couple of blocks away from the port near the harbor. This flea market is a busy place where you can find everything from souvenirs to handmade crafts. This market gives you a glimpse into the local culture and traditions. Here you can find locally made jewelry, art, and other craft. Exploring this flea market is a great way to support the local artisans. Dan bought a couple of hats, and I was able to buy a little purse for my niece back in the States and other souvenirs for the rest of the family. If you want a mix of retail shopping and entertainment, head to the Royal Plaza Mall, just a couple of feet north of the Aruba Flea Market on the east side of the boulevard. This mall combines shopping with entertainment, making it a perfect spot for families. The pastel-colored Dutch Caribbean architecture makes the mall stand out, so you won't miss it. The Royal Plaza offers you a wide range of shops, and it has several dining options and lively atmosphere. You can find both local and international brands. If you continue walking north of the Royal Plaza Mall, you will find the I Love Aruba sign. This is a perfect picture spot for you and your family. And across from the Aruba sign, you will find another flea market. Their prices are the same as the Aruba flea market. Prices in Aruba, in general, for souvenirs and knickknacks were pretty good compared to Grand Cayman or Cartagena. So if you want to do your shopping for family and friends, Aruba is a great place for that. The main shopping areas of Oranjestad, as you can see, are all within walking distance from the port. Taxis can be flagged down on the street that runs alongside the port. The rates are regulated by the government and the vehicles are unmetered. There are banks located in the Royal Plaza Mall and they open from 8 until 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. Some of the Caribbean best stretches of white sand are found along Eagle Beach and Palm Beach, less than 20 minutes from the pier, and we almost forgot to talk about their cuisine. If you are like us, you would like to try their food. Their cuisine are some of the best and most diverse in the Caribbean. Their cuisine mostly is influenced by the Netherlands and other parts of Europe, South America, and the Caribbean as well. We rode the double-decker trolley, and a local person got out of the trolley and came back with a crescent-shaped deep-fried pastry that looked very good. She said it is the national snack of Aruba. It is like an empanada, and they call it pastiche. You can try it with different fillings. Aruba was a wonderful place for us, and this was our first time, and we really loved it. This is the end of our video, and we hope you enjoyed it. Please like our video and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on so you'll know when we'll have our next video of another port of call or another amazing location in the world. Thank you so much.